Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio. EB Radio. EB Radio. Your station for empowerment presents Mom Boss Talk Radio, a show that brings real life, real moms, and real experiences to empower mom bosses everywhere to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. Mom Boss Talk Radio begins now.
Welcome, mom bosses all over the world. It is Thursday, and that means it's time for another great discussion with the mom bosses. We are so excited, okay? We are so excited, so happy that you are joining us. As you know, this is 3 mom bosses bringing you real life, real experiences to empower you as a mom boss. And tonight, we are simply just going to jump right in. We are so excited because we are actually celebrating turning 1 year old. Isn't that so amazing, ladies?
Yes.
1 year. That's so amazing. You know, it's just, when I just even think about just, you know, when we had our first show in, my goodness, can we just say the time just flies by, and to be celebrating turning 1 year old, truly for me, this experience has been really amazing because, of course, I am on every single week with 2 amazing mom bosses, and so we just have a blast on the show each and every week, bringing you guys, like I say, real life experiences. And so tonight we're really just going to speak more to that, how things have been going this whole year, maybe sharing some ups, some downs, some obstacles. You know how we do. So we're just going to dive right in. So ladies, please go ahead, Monyetta. Share what were you going to say?
Well, it's crazy to really think, because time has really just, for me, it doesn't feel like it exists anymore. It's blown fast, past so fast. And, kind of looking back and reflecting on just the year for the podcast is just like the growth that I've seen in myself. I kind of really stepped out of a comfort zone that I never thought I would actually step out of, knowing that I'm on a platform to, elevate my voice and to share, my life experiences, because each and every one of us has different stories to tell, hoping it can touch someone, even if it's just one mom boss, that can relate to my particular story. I feel like I'm doing a great service, and definitely it's been a lot of ups and downs. Like I was, stating, we always have conversations, on a podcast is great. With mental health, I've been having a lot of ups and downs with mental health, and then, knowing that I can acknowledge that and see, what I can do to kind of fix it, and then knowing I have people in my corner, even though it's not a lot of people, I'm like 1 person, 2 people, just someone there to kind of like, be behind me just in case I fall, really means a lot. So this podcast has really, truly opened to the big responsibilities for my life. So, that's where I'm going to start. That's where my energy is right now.
Yeah. I love that.
What about you, Qiana?
I would have to say I definitely agree with a lot of things that you had said in regards to just stepping out of my comfort zone this last year and just recognizing that growth. Just last week or earlier this week, whenever that was, last week when, autumn officially, it switched over to autumn. And, for a lot of people, speaking on the mental side of it, mental health side of it, this is a time when a lot of seasonal depression kicks in. And, not even just for myself, but for a lot of others, you know, with summer ending, you know, that's depressing. Who's ready? Well, according to Facebook, there's a lot of people ready for fall and winter. I'm not one of them. Look, but you know, for the majority, you know, that you know, they dread this time of year. And you know, for me personally, September over the last few years has been such, you know, and I'm not saying 1 year, I mean literally the last 6-7 years has been a challenge every September. And, you know, earlier this week with, you know, again, recognizing that we're going into a new season, just being able to shift my perspective and look at it from, you know, a point of here, like we said, we're celebrating our 1 year. You know, a couple years ago, I was homeless. Couple years last year, you know, I experienced a fire at my home, you know, and so just to be able to reflect back over the past year and really show a different appreciation for the here and now, because regardless of all the things that have work to go against me, I've survived all that. I'm in a better place mentally, physically, as far as, you know, having a home. And, you know, again, like you said, we, you know, getting to connect with you ladies every week, knowing the difference that we're making on that next mom boss at home that's alone and feeling like, you know, she doesn't know where to go, how to take that next step. You know, this has definitely been a blessing for me, you know, to be able to be on this platform to share that with you two ladies, to know the difference that we're making for others. So, you know, definitely a great appreciation for where we are, where I am, you know, in my business, even if I'm not exactly where I want to be, but just knowing that I'm positioning myself to make those steps to reach those goals is a great feeling.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Listen, I'm here for every last thing that you both said, because, I mean, honestly, the fact that both of you mentioned being able to step out of that comfort zone, that is huge. You know, I'm all about empowerment and growth, and I definitely think that's good, because when you look at this journey over the year, yes, as a mom boss, life happens. Life happens to us all. We get busy. We wear so many hats. But at the end of the day, just knowing that, you know, we're reaching so many with the show, with the platform, y'all just don't realize how much not only does it help you all, but it helps us as well. You know, it helps us with our own businesses. It helps us just in our own personal as moms. So to hear both of you say that you were able to step out of the comfort zone, I'm like, come on, step out of the comfort zone. That makes me so fired up, because it's all about being able to step out of that comfort zone and being able to learn. And I love how Monyetta even said that, you know, just having the support system, it is nothing like having like-minded women that you can lean on for support. And so we would absolutely encourage every last one of you. You know, Qiana mentioned that we are in a time, you know, we're in fall, and we're in a time where a lot of people are feeling depressed, or, you know, not even because of the fact of what's going on outside of our houses with the craziness, but people are feeling depressed as we go into the fall and the winter months. Now, I will honestly say that I love fall. Fall is one of my favorite seasons. Listen, let me tell y'all why though. Fall is one of my favorite seasons because I love being able to put on some boots. Listen, I'm like, come on, this season. Come on, boots.
The style. It's the style for me.
I love being able to wear boots. And chilly, okay? So I was like, soon as we had a little bit of cold, I'm like, ooh, let's make some chili. I know that is so funny, because those are the little things that I love.
Right.
Right. Those are the little things that I really love about fall. But seriously, all jokes aside, we just love being able to come every week, have a great time. I will say that Qiana mentioned something that I wasn't aware of, and I don't know if Monyetta caught it, but I feel like as we just transition and talk about the next year and what's coming up, what's next, what we're going to be bringing, I really feel like we need to have a couple of episodes where both of you ladies really dive into your stories and sharing your journey. Because Qiana mentioned some things, and she was talking about some of the things and just her experience over the year that I had no idea about. So I definitely think that, we need to have a couple of shows to where we literally just take one of the hosts on this show and really dive into our stories and sharing who we truly are as a mom boss. But I wanted to
have me cry. You're gonna have me cry the whole episode. Like, if I'm telling my story, it's just just thinking about it, it's gonna have me teary. That's really deep. Okay, I don't know how deep y'all want me to get. And that transparency really helps people get through their own tough times because they don't feel alone. But I don't know if y'all ready. But I mean, I can I can put some. I'm like, I can tell my story and try to try to not be emotional. But I want to be off if possible. But a lot of me that even the ladies don't know. A lot of people don't know. But I'm willing to share, help others kind of get through similar situations and things like that. So I'm sorry.
I love
it.
No, I love it because honestly, that's one of the things that we truly want to be able to be transparent and share with all of the mom bosses all over the world. We want you guys to know that, although we have this platform, we are standing with you. Like when I tell you we are experiencing obstacles, struggles, we are experiencing storms, we're experiencing all kinds of things on our journeys, and we want to be real and transparent. And I really feel like we're sharing more about who each of us are as a mom boss, that will really just let you guys in on, our lives and the daily struggles, and you will definitely be able to identify with a lot of the things that we go through. And so that goes back to just us saying that it's real life, it's real experiences. Yeah. But I wanted to mention this too because I came across something that just talks about what a boss truly is. And so when we think about just mom bosses, and we have our intro that says, what that means and everything else. But I loved this definition, if you will, of mom boss. And it's actually a quote, but I said, I called it a definition. But, and it says, a woman who prays, slays, makes her own money, minds her own business, does her best, and trusts God for the rest. Now, I love that. I love that. I truly loved it. And I was like, oh, my gosh, wouldn't that be perfect on somebody, on a shirt? We're always wanting to put different things on a shirt. But I was like, that would be so perfect because I really feel like each one of those things, although it doesn't say a mother who prays and, slaves and all of that, but each one of those pieces, each one of those really is who we are as mom bosses, praying, slaying, definitely slaying, okay, making her own money, minding her own business. Come on. Can I tell y'all about minding her own business?
That part.
Listen.
Yeah,
that
part.
Is so huge. Listen, I don't know where I was when I heard this, and I was like, come on. You know how you just hear something and it really just touches you, it touches your spirit.
Yeah.
It was, what's the person say? She said, I only mind the business that pays me. And I was like, you better come on.
Okay.
I only mind the business that pays me. And I was like, yes, that is so true. But, minds her own business, does her best. And I think that's sometimes where we kind of get stuck in is, the doing our best, because I feel like there are times when we feel like our best just isn't good enough. And I know I have identified with this. I'm sure both of you ladies have. And then again, the final part of that is trust God for the rest. So I just wanted to throw that quote out there because I thought it was so great. I don't know if you both want to add some insight to it or anything else, but I'm just really excited and would love to hear, just maybe a take on it and maybe applying that to how you felt over the year and maybe not even that, but just as we move forward for this next year. and, making sure we bring it.
I think the minding the business is I think everyone, not just mom bosses, everyone should really take heed. I mean, because my whole thing is like, if people focused on themselves and the things, instead of other people's, decisions and what they want to do with their life, things will go much smoother for for you, because instead of you going over to, look and see what's on somebody else's plate, you got a full plate. Eat off of that. Why are you worried about somebody else's meals? So, that's a huge thing. I kind of see our, well, for me anyway, for, the next coming year being, more proactive and more intentional. I've seen myself grow and see myself, progress when it comes to, business and, how I look at business. I always look at, especially like you ladies, and see how you guys go about business. I feel like you're wonderful teachers. So I've learned a lot, from both of you when it comes to incorporating certain qualities when it comes to business. So I kind of see myself going even harder, going even stronger. I have more ideas. I've been able to connect with someone to kind of help me brand a little better. I kind of looked and, like, okay, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Like, what can you improve on? So me personally, I don't look at myself as knowing everything or perfect. I'm like, I'm willing to learn. Like, give me the tools and I will use them. I will utilize them the best that I can. So that's where I'm kind of seeing myself. And of course, continuing the podcast and bringing more hot topics, and so I have a lot of things going in my mind that I would like to execute. So that's where I see myself.
Absolutely. What about you, Qiana?
Well, one thing that really stood out in regards to that for me was, oftentimes we hold ourselves back because we're always worried about what the next person is going to say, or, being judged for something that they're not even willing to do for themselves. Yeah. So, I definitely agreed with everything Monyetta said as far as her take on that. And, but that's what really stuck out to me in regards to that, because we do. It's a natural thing, especially when it's the people that are right in front of us, sometimes our family, our best friends. And, at the end of the day, they're not paying our bills or, doing what we're doing. So why am I listening to you, or why am I even letting you in my headspace to talk me out of being great and doing what it is I know I'm destined to do? So, yeah, that's where I went with that.
I love it. I do. And I really, it's so funny that we really just circled in on the minding your business part.
Right.
I love it. And I think that it's so relevant. It's so relevant. And I can say I know it's relevant in my life and everything that's going on with business, with personal. And both of you, are completely 100% correct on everything that you're saying, because, whether we're going to compare ourselves to other people, whether we're going to let people come in and make opinions or make, criticize different things that we're doing in our lives, we know how to mind our own business. I feel like other people need to learn how to mind their own business, I really do. Yeah. I'm like, that to me just really was, it really just screamed at me. It really did. In so many ways. I try to make a point to stay out of other people's business, but again, not everybody does that. Some people feel like they have to be relevant. They have to make comments. They have to do this. They have to do that. And that's not the case, So I'm definitely looking forward to this next year as we just dive into everything that comes along with it. We are definitely going to bring all kinds of amazing topics to you all. So if you have been supporting us up to this point, we just say get ready. Get ready for what's coming next, because we are absolutely going to be bringing some amazing content to you all. And we're going to be sharing more of our own stories and our own journeys and all of that good stuff. So I'm like, here's to the next year, right? I wish we could like toast to some kind of way.
Yeah.
Cheers. So it's like,
toast.
Yes. Like, here is to the next year. Y'all just don't realize. And I'm saying, when I say y'all, I'm talking about everyone that's listening. You don't realize just how fast it just time, like you said earlier, time just flies by. My goodness.
Yeah.
And honestly, to reflect, I feel like everything that we've discussed tonight has been a reflection of, just our journey and everything. And we would absolutely encourage anybody that's listening to reflect on your own. Don't wait until, December or January to reflect.
Yeah.
If you have had something huge, and really when we decided to launch this show, this radio show, this podcast, that was huge. It was a huge accomplishment, and we have grown so much. And so you have to be willing to reflect on the growth, whether it was, a huge growth or it was small. Don't discount the small growth, because growth is growth. Right, ladies?
Yeah.
Growth is growth.
Let me add, and I would like to add, like, if you miss your mark, if you have your goals and you have, if you listen to past episodes when we talked about setting goals and things like that, if you miss your mark, that is okay to miss your mark. Just don't wait until, January 1st, your New Year's resolution to start over. No, just, at that time, that point in time, just create a new mark and just, go from there. Don't wait months or years to, to get something either started or completed, because I'm adding on to my businesses. I have a vision and I'm setting it and I'm doing it. And that's one thing I've learned over the years. Like, don't procrastinate. Just, if you have a seed, plant it, let it, nourish it, let it grow. If you have that seed and you're not planting it, you're not seeing any progress, any type of, growth or accomplishment. You're just sitting on that thought. And, someone else take that thought and put it out there, and it's too late. So definitely, if you have something on your mind, put it out there. No matter if it fails, go back to the drawing board, see where you went wrong, and go back at it. Okay, you have that vision in your head for a reason. It was given to you for a reason. Do something with it. Okay, if you don't take anything else from this, do something with it. Okay, I'm speaking from experience. Okay, I'm speaking from experience. I've spent years and years thinking of ideas of businesses and things that I want to do, and my fear held me down. And, if it wasn't for COVID, I think it would be a little better. But, it doesn't matter what, came across or came along. I put it out there. Okay, I'm registered with the state. Okay, I am a registered business. So I put those visions, that dream, in actual action. Okay, so that's my word for the listeners. Don't sit on that seed. Okay, plant it, water it, love it, let it grow, and you'll see so much abundance. I promise you. Okay, that was my little.
That's a word right there.
Okay, I don't need to say nothing else. Look, thanks.
That is
you summed it all up.
For somebody.
Yes,
that is true.
Look, for all of us.
Look, when y'all get me started, man.
Yeah, that's so good, though. That is so good, and every last one of us need to hear that, because it's so good. And I was over here like, yes, that is so good. I can't stress that enough. I love the fact. Listen, let me tell you, and we can probably go on and on this, but when you talked about some ideas that, let me tell you, ideas, because you get an idea in your mind and you don't do something with it, trust and believe somebody else is going to have that same idea and move on it. So when you say that, I was like, yes, please say that. Say that idea. Think because you don't move on something that somebody else may not move on it and get the same idea. I feel like ideas move, and I don't know how that happens, but I definitely feel like they move from one person to the next.
They do.
Because if you don't take action on it, somebody else is going to take action and manifest that thing. So, yeah, I love that, and I definitely feel like somebody right now needed to absolutely hear that, not just us, but other people as well. Yes, and I love that. I love that so much because when you were saying that, it made me think about how, like you said, we have to have the vision. We have to have the vision, and then comes the narrative. It comes, what is it that we're telling ourselves about the vision? And then we have to take action. So similar to some of the things that we've done in our own lives, and kudos, Monyetta, because you actually shared that you did take action and you started. Yes, honey. Kudos. We celebrate you for doing that. That's amazing. Just adding again to the multiple streams of income. Nobody says you have to have one business. What? You can have multiple businesses. So kudos to you on that. But I definitely feel like just as we, close out today's show, you just have to buckle up and get ready to roll with us. Because I feel like this next year is going to bring so much as we continue to learn and grow. We want y'all to be right along with us. So as always, before I even close out, I'm going to let the ladies say anything additional that you want to add before we close out. Anything you want to add, ladies?
I think I said – oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, look, because you got me on the roll.
Right.
Saying, definitely, keep your mind on your vision. Don't, give up. We have a lot more in store. Make sure you share the episodes, because I'm pretty sure of people who need that word, who need that, motivation, that inspiration, especially coming from other mothers, other mom bosses, and, sharing is caring, definitely. And also go into our Facebook, drop some topics, join the conversation. Let's make this a movement, okay? Because at the end of the day, we as women, as mothers, we have to stick together, okay? We have to build a community, a strong community, especially since we are the ones raising these future, entrepreneurs and, business owners, or, even those who decide to go into the workforce. It doesn't matter. We are the ones who are, raising them to be these productive people of society. So that is just, that's my last word.
Yes, that's it.
Well, real quick, even though after Monyetta's, inspirational everything that she gave us tonight, I said I was done because I thought she did a great job and said any and everything that I could have possibly thought or not thought. So, but I just had to joke around, throw this out there that really, Monyetta, all I heard Jaresha saying, I'm all for telling my story, but all I heard was that I'm about to get pushed out of my comfort zone a little bit more, and I'm just saying that I'm going to embrace that. I'm okay with it, but that's all I heard out of that speech from Jaresha about us telling our stories. But I'm for it, and I love every bit of it. That's that next. That's part of being a mom boss. So hey, I'm ready for it. But yeah. Oh, and Jaresha, one thing, I'm done, but I just wanted to say, if you didn't think about it, please shout out your 6-week series that you're doing right now. I think that will be a great for our listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I definitely will. So much. It's like every time we say, okay, let's go ahead and close the show out. There's so much more. But a couple of things, too, because I have to address the comfort zone thing. Listen, when both of you said, this whole year the experience was stepping outside of your comfort zone, I was like, yes, that means you can be stretched even more. So I just that and stepping outside of the comfort zone. Absolutely, yes, ditto to everything that has been said. It's always amazing each and every time we can come together as mom bosses. But I definitely want to just highlight just a little bit about an upcoming 6-week challenge that I'm going to be launching. Certainly if you're in the Mom Boss Facebook page, you'll see all the information. You can even hop on my Facebook page to see it. But this is one that is all about being a boss CEO. So there's so much that's going to come along with it. I would honestly say hop on there to get all the details. I definitely will share more. But literally it's all about if you want to be, do, and have everything that you want in your life, if you've been hiding behind fear, if you have been hiding behind whatever doubts that you may have, limiting beliefs and all of that, this would be the challenge that you definitely want to be a part of, because you're going to become that boss CEO. And if you don't know what the boss CEO is all about and making boss CEO moves, it's literally about being the CEO and president of your life and making decisions accordingly. So I'm really excited to launch that. More details to come as far as that. And like always, you can always hop into our Facebook page to, share topics similar to what Monica, Lord, who is Monica? Monyetta said. And please just remember to support. Again, we are so excited that you tuned in to the show. We are mom bosses on a mission to empower moms all over the world. Mom bosses, remember to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless, because you are making moves and you got this. So until next time, stay safe and be blessed.
Thank you for joining us on Mom Boss Talk Radio. Follow each of the Mom Bosses on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love Mom Boss Radio, visit the website at www.envisionedbroadcasting.com. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.